Howdy folks, today's video is my favorite books of the year so far. So I'm going to tell you guys some of the best books that I've read this year with very little to no explanation. Just rapid fire, books. I think I have 20, maybe 19. So we're going to start with fantasy. It's the second largest group this year, and I thought I read a lot more fantasy than I did. Maybe I just didn't like them because these are only the books I liked. I'm not going to give you the books that were mid or bad because that's a waste of your time. So we're going to start with fantasy. So I don't know if I actually read the first book this year, but I read the Stolen Heir series this year. This is the sequel. I think it's sequel. I don't know. The prequel, sequel. Prequel sounds like it comes before. So probably sequel of The Cruel Prince. And if you know me, I loved The Cruel Prince. It got me into reading. This book is basically, this is about Cardan's younger brother. So it's different, but they're still there and we're still in the same world. And it's a little slow, but it's super good. And I loved it. It's fantasy. We're in the fantasy genre right now, if you didn't know that. The next book, Divine Rivals. This is kind of mythology, but made up things. It's not like Roman or Greek mythology. This is basically a fantasy romance, but it's very light on the fantasy just with the mythology stuff. And the romance is absolutely adorable. There's no spice. And it's about magical typewriters that send notes to each other. And it's super good. Love it. Love it. Next, we have Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. You may be thinking, oh, I've heard of Sarah J. Maas. She's kind of crazy. She's got some spice in her books. This book, fantastic. It's a bunch of short stories. It's got a romance. The ending, no spice. I think the first 4 books in this series, the Throne of Glass series, don't have spice in them, but then the later ones have some. I absolutely loved this. The short stories in it were so good, and then I read some of the Throne of Glass, and then I stopped because I don't want to get attached to the characters, even though I already am, because then I'd want to read the rest of the series, but I don't want to read the spice, and I would skip over it, but like I don't want to, I don't know. But this one was super good, and it can technically, like, it leaves off kind of on a cliffhanger, but you can technically just read it alone if you want a fun fantasy that's a bunch of short stories of the same girl. What's her name? Selena Sardathian. She's obviously an assassin. She's the best around. Youngest. Awesome. Loved it. She was super cool. Next we have Scythe. This is kind of sci-fi dystopian. I don't know which one. They're very similar, but whatever. But this is about the Scythes who kill people, basically. But it's not super deathy. It's not, I mean, like, it kind of is, but it's not like specifically about the killing part. It's 2 kids who are being trained to be Scythes and the trials that they have to go through, and it's really good. I liked this one quite a lot. There's no spice in that, but there's a little bit of romance. It's like forbidden romance, which we love. Next I have Powerful. This is the novella to the Powerless series, and it's in the same timeline as Powerless. Love this. Absolutely love it. I annotated it because literally I probably underlined every single page. It's crazy. And I almost ran out of ink and tabs too. This was so good. I loved it so much. It was adorable. Loved it more than the actual series itself. It's basically just a romance. No spice. Absolutely amazing. Next we have, this is the last fantasy, I guess, that I have in this category. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This was so cute. Cozy fantasy. The banter between her and the main guy, what's his name? Wendell. It's Wendell. This was so good. Loved it. The next book is out, and there's gonna be a third, and I'm so excited. I don't know when it comes out, but there's gonna be a third. I also got this cool special edition because I love going broke, but it's so cute, and this is the cozy fantasy. If you want a cozy fantasy, it's got some high stakes stuff, but it's like cozy high stakes, which is crazy. I didn't think I'd love it, but then I did love it. I would suggest the audiobook too because it's really good. That's how I got into it, from the audiobook. So if you like audiobooks, try it. So good. Okay, next we're gonna do my smallest category. Also the first book in this category has nothing to do with it at all. It's The Wishing Game. This is like, what is it? Magical realism. That's what I'm thinking. This is about an author who wrote children's books and then stopped for some amount of years, and he's writing a new one. He came out with a new one, but only one copy. And he has this like competition for some kids who he met that like snuck away to his island. And they're gonna have a competition to win the book. And it was really cute. There was a teeny smidge of a romance, but like barely, but it was really cute. This was actually a 5-star for me. I think it was my first 5-star of the year. So yeah, that was crazy. Loved it. It was short too. It was super good. And so next we have romance. This, I'm not sure if I read this one, but I have to show you. So it's The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I only have 3 romances, and they're all Lynn Painter YA romances, because Lynn Painter is the queen of YA rom-coms. I can't talk. Except there is swearing, more so in the other book. This one, I'm not actually sure. But, like, there's an unnecessary amount of swearing in rom-coms. It's still pretty good. And I have this special edition because, once again, love going broke. Although these special editions were only like $13. Not bad, because most special editions are like $20. So we have The Do-Over. This is like Groundhog Day just during Valentine's Day, which is super cute. Love it. Then I have Betting on You and Better Than the Movies. And Better Than the Movies, there's going to be nothing like the movies, and I can't wait to read it. Actually, it's out already. I almost bought it, but the copies they had were damaged, so I didn't want to get those. I got all 3 special editions because look how cute. I got this one last Christmas, and I was like, I can't pass that up. Look how cute. And now I have the matching ones. I spent so much money. But they're so cute. They're matching. So Betting on You is the 2 main characters meet 2 or 3 years ago, and then randomly another like a year later, and then start working together, even though I think they lived in different places. And then they have like a hesitant friendship because they're coworkers, and they're like, the guy doesn't believe in friendships between girls and guys, and then they have this bet on their coworkers, and it goes a little south, but it was super cute. Also swearing, but like it was super cute. And then Nothing Like the Movies is enemies to lovers, but they're next door neighbors, and they've been childhood friends like forever, and there's fake dating. Technically there's not really, but like there kind of is. Yeah, it's super good. All 3 of these, no spice, fantastic romances. They're so good. They're so cute. I need me a Wes so bad, and Charlie, honestly, and Nathan. Like, all 3 of them are so great. I love them. And literally, look how cute. Okay, so those are my 3 romances of the whole thing. And now on to murder mysteries. This one I'm going to try to go faster because there's a bunch. This is my biggest category. First, we have The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. Holly Jackson is the queen of mystery, for me at least. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. If you don't know about it, you should either read it or watch it. The show is a little crazy in a little bit of a bad way, but it was still good. Also, I feel like I feel like Emma Myers, that's what her name is, right? Who played a Good Girl's, or she played Pippa in A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, because her hair is basically this length, so I feel like her right now. So this is pretty self-explanatory. This has a lot more swearing in it, but it's still really good. It takes a little bit to get into it. Just a fair warning, but it's really good. The ending, crazy, but it was really good. Then we have That's Not My Name by Megan Lally, whatever that is. This is about a girl who goes missing. The best friends of this girl try and find her, and we have 2 different POVs. One is the girl who got captured. She doesn't remember her name. She doesn't remember really anything from her past. And she's being taken by this guy who says she's her father, and he has birth certificates and stuff and like proof, but she has an uneasy feeling. That is crazy book, kind of thriller vibes, but yeah, it was good. Then we have The Fear by Natasha Preston. This is also kind of thriller vibes. These are both YA. I think they both have swearing. I think some of these don't have swearing, but like most of them do. They're not super bad, but they do have swearing. They're not like a lot, but a bit. This is about a trend that goes around and people are posting what their biggest fear of like the way to die is, and then people start dying from those fears. And yeah, we got a mystery on our hands. Then we have this, which is technically not a mystery. It's like a action suspense teenage spy thing. So this is Alex Rider's Scorpia. This is my favorite of the series currently. I might not read more of the series because they're kind of repetitive, but this one was really good. My favorite. This is like the 5th book, so do your research on Alex Rider. He's 14-year-old working for MI6, I think. So pretty good. Love that kind of book. And then of course, I don't think I read this year, but like, you should read it. You should definitely read it. Do it. It's good. Then we have the Natural series. I don't own the first book, so I just had this one. This one was really good, but I think the first book so far is my favorite. I'm reading the 3rd book. I'm almost done. And super good. This is about 5 teenagers who work for the FBI. They're really good at, like, naturally good at some things. So there's lie detector, emotion reader, 2 profilers, and like a facts person. She can remember things really easily, like photographic memory. She can put together a crime scene from memory. She's really cool. And they work together. They work on cold cases, and then they get wrapped up in a not cold case, like a current case, whatever that's called, active case. And loads of things happen, and it's really good. And now, on to the last thing, my all-time favorite series of this year so far, kind of, is Truly Devious, the first 3 books specifically. Love this. Absolutely love this series. Atmospheric, absolutely perfect for fall. This is about, it's kind of Wednesday Addams show, that show combined with The Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Almost, kind of, because it's like Ellingham Academy. They go to this secluded academy and they solve a mystery, and it's super good. It's the first 3 books are solving the original mystery, and so if you read the first one, they don't solve the mystery yet. You have to wait for 3 books. It's a little slow at the beginning, but I absolutely loved it. I was just having so much fun with the vibes and like going along with the characters. It was so good. I love this series. And it's about Stephanie, but like she goes by Stevie. And her best friend Nate and Janelle. And then there's David. He's kind of the love interest, but also like the bad boy who's like misunderstood. I love Nate. I'm delusional. I think he should be the love interest. But so far, he isn't, so I'm really sad. And I read the 4th book. There's going to be 7, but there's 5 right now. The 4th book, not my favorite, but these 3, fantastic. So yeah, that is all of the books I have for you guys today. You should read some of these. They're fantastic books. Oh my goodness, my neck is cold. I'm not used to having short hair. That's besides the point. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment down below if you've read any of these or if you know of any books that I would like. And I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!